I had always believed family was sacred, but stepping into my grandfather's empty house that evening, thick with dust and silence, I felt the first crack. The house had been left to me, my name written clearly in his will. Yet yesterday I received a letter saying it had been sold. Sold without my knowledge. The papers bore my signature, but I'd never signed anything. My fingers trembled as I gripped the doorknob. The old wood creaked beneath my steps. The scent of aged books and worn leather filled my lungs. This place held decades of memories, holidays by the crackling fireplace, my grandfather's quiet laughter. Now it was all gone. I made my way to his study, pulse hammering. My mother Victoria and my brother Dylan had assured me they had no choice, that the family was struggling. We did it for all of us, they'd said, but their explanations were hollow. I ran my fingers over the polished desk, searching for something, anything, to prove this wasn't real. Then I found it. A single envelope, hidden beneath old documents, my name scrawled in my grandfather's unmistakable handwriting. I tore it open. Ethan, if you're reading this, something has gone wrong. I feared greed would tear this family apart. Go to the garden, third stone from the fountain, dig. You'll find what you need to fight back. My skin prickled. My grandfather was never paranoid. If he left me this, he knew something dark was coming. The creak echoed behind me. I turned sharply. Dylan stood in the doorway, arms crossed. What are you doing here? I slid the letter into my pocket. Shouldn't I be asking you? I came to make sure you weren't going to do something stupid, like fight for what's mine. Find out how my own family forged my signature. Just let it go, Ethan. I laughed bitterly. Let it go. Grandfather left this house to me. You and our mother took it away. You don't understand. It's not that simple. I brushed past him. We'll see about that. Gripping the letter like a lifeline, I headed for the garden. One way or another, I'd uncover what they'd done. I was sitting in Lena Crawford's law office, gripping the chair armrests as she flipped through documents. Some might sliced across her desk like sharp blades, mirroring my situation, cut apart and exposed. Ethan, she finally said, lifting her gaze, this sale isn't just unethical, it's illegal. My heart pounded. Illegal? She nodded, tapping a clause. Your grandfather was meticulous. This house couldn't be sold without your explicit consent. And yet, she slid a paper toward me. My name was at the bottom. My signature, only I'd never signed. Someone forged my signature. Her lips pressed into a firm line. We need to act fast. If this is fraud, the sale can be overturned, but we must prove it. The buyer, Daniel Mercer, will want answers too. Before I could respond, her assistant poked in, pale-faced. Miss Crawford, Daniel Mercer is here. He looks furious. The door swung open. A broad-shouldered man in a tailored suit stormed in, rage barely controlled. Would someone explain why the house I bought might not be legally mine? His glare settled on me. You're Ethan Callahan. I stood, yes, and I didn't agree to sell my grandfather's house. Daniel exhaled sharply. Then who the hell took my money? Lena interjected. We believe Ethan's family forged his signature. If so, the sale is void. Daniel's expression darkened. You better prove it. I don't take well to being swindled. My phone buzzed with a new email. The subject line, you should have stayed quiet. My fists clenched. This wasn't just about the house anymore. Betrayal was suffocating me. I stared at the email Lena had forwarded. Messages between my mother and the real estate agent. We'll move forward once he's out of the way. He won't fight if he doesn't know. They planned this for months. A knock at the door. My sister Isabel stepped inside, pale and tense. You need to stop this, Ethan, she said. Stop what? Fixing what you ruined? She hesitated. You don't understand. Mom and Dad planned to sell my house behind my back? Yeah, I understand, I snapped, shoving my phone at her. Explain this. Her eyes darted across the screen. It's complicated. Uncomplicated. The business is failing, she whispered. Mom and Dad needed money fast. The house was easiest. So you all decided to screw me over. Dylan handled the papers. I didn't know he'd forge your signature. I stepped back. Dylan forged it. She nodded. He said we had no choice. A sick dread settled in my stomach. My own brother had committed fraud. My phone buzzed again. A new message. There are secrets in that house. Let it go or you'll regret it. I looked at Isabel, my voice steel. What the hell is really going on? Her face turned ghostly white. This wasn't just about money anymore. I stormed into my parents' house, fury boiling. Dylan was in the living room, nursing a glass of whiskey. His smirk faltered when he saw me. You lied to me, I growled. Ethan, listen. No, you listen. I played a recording Lena had sent, his voice coldly discussing the forgery. Damn it, Ethan, you don't understand. Then explain. The company is collapsing. Mom and Dad are drowning in debt. I did what I had to do. You stole from me. You committed fraud. And what would you have done? Let them end up with nothing. They did this to themselves, and now you've dragged me into it. There's something else, Isabel murmured. Dylan glared, but she pressed on. The company's under federal investigation. Financial fraud. I froze. What? They've been hiding losses for years, she said. You can just forge my signature. You knew the business was a fraud? When Isabel and I left my parents' house, 2 men in suits caught up with us. Get in the car, we need to talk. A dim hotel corridor smelled of stale coffee and expensive cologne. Isabel and I crouched outside the conference room, my phone recording every whispered word. Our parents' voices were tense. The house is gone. We have no choice, my mother hissed. We must get the paintings before Ethan does. Paintings? Dylan's voice, 3.5 million hidden under the floorboards. If we move them before assets are frozen, we'll be safe. They lied to us too, Isabel whispered. They never wanted to save the company. They wanted to save themselves. I shoved the door open. My parents froze. Looking for these. I held up my phone, still recording. My mother's expression twisted. Ethan, you don't understand. Oh, I understand. You forged my name, sold my house, and now you're smuggling stolen art? Before my father could lunge, the doors burst open. Police, hands where we can see them. Officers swarmed the room. Handcuffs clicked shut. Dylan barely struggled. Weeks later, the house was mine again. The hidden paintings, stolen decades ago, were returned to rightful owners. Standing in the garden, I opened my grandfather's last letter. Ethan, if you're reading this, the truth has come to light. This house, this legacy, was never about money. It was about family. I hope one day you'll find one worthy of calling your own. I exhaled, the weight of the past lifting. For the first time in years, I felt free.